Hello everybody, it's Bloo Gaymer here. So I did something stupid with this episode. Or I guess the previous episode. I forgot to save when I went up the retardation stairs and I had to redo that and it was an adventure. So you also might notice that I currently have contacts in, which is great because I've been trying to get a hold of, get these done for, months. Or get them, I guess. Because I am horribly nearsighted. So if I were to actually play this game to a point where I could see, I would be this far away from it. But I finally got them, which is fabulous for me. I hear sawing. Hello. That's gross. I really don't like this moaning. And the sawing increases pace. That's great. Well, I am in torture room, so I can only imagine what's... Okay. I want that. And I want that. Give. I got a piece of the orb. Oh, yeah, Okay, so we're gonna be talking torture in this episode, apparently. I had a weird thing about, medieval torture devices, because, for a while, I wanted to make my own game. So I, looked up torture devices and stuff because it was gonna be a horror game. And I think they did this one, and what they would do is they basically flip you upside down, and they'd saw you in half until, the saw got stuck, and then they just left you to bleed out. It was fucking gross. The rapist hanged upside down. Hanged isn't a word. Hung. His cheer soiled with the blood flowing from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip, and it wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Point in case. Dude was fucked up. Blood needs a vessel? Well, motherfucker, I got a glass jar. Okay, then let's... No, take that. Tie it to that. Yeets. Boom! I figured something out. I need a vitae. This is... of that note. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am extremely tired. I had a super busy day today. And I woke up at I don't know, I think 9 p.m. No, it wasn't 9. It was earlier than that. I woke up and it was still dark outside. It was nighttime. And stuff. I remember some of this. So... we'll just see. But I'm super tired.
The cradle is ready. Good.
The cradle.
You're a man. How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
Hypercritical there, Alexander.
He set a man on fire.
Because what you're doing's better?
My fault. Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
I honestly don't give a fuck what a person does to another person. I care about the factor that you hurt puppies, Alexander, which is, my defining sign that you are a douchebag. This door won't open all the way because of that pipe. That is bad design. There's an orb here. I seen it glowing. Give me that bitch. The piece of the orb. Oh yeah, I know this thing. So they would tie you up by this, and you had to use your upper body strength to keep yourself above that. Otherwise you slowly slid onto it, and it basically went up your butt, and you would bleed out obviously because the more strength that you lost, the farther down you would slide, and the more you would bleed, and eventually you would fucking die. And it was brutal as fuck. You want to see some, serious, that's metal, bro? Look up some medieval torture devices. There were some that were just, holy shit. For example, the Iron Maiden. That shit would give you claustrophobia and a fear of needles in less than 2 seconds after being in one. Guaranteed. Because that shit, like, you would move and you would get, like, poked by a needle, so you'd move again. Who the fuck knows what, dude? You're on a fucking tangent about this chick. Who is this chick? Is it the girl that escaped? What's this one? Oh, I know this one. I know this one too. So, like, your arms would be behind your back with this. And then your legs would be behind you, and they'd just raise it. And, like, your arms would dislocate and all this other stuff. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Like, legit, you just hung there. And you would raise it farther and farther and farther. And it was basically kind of like the stretching table thing. But it was all by your own body weight, and what it would do is eventually, like, your own body weight was too much for, like, your shoulders to handle, so they would crack, they would dislocate, they would get fucked. And eventually, like, your muscles and everything would tear the fuck away. And you'd just be in, like, the most excruciating pain, I'd imagine. And this is the sound you'd probably make. Especially since you were probably tortured and starved before this, because I'm assuming these are all, like, torture you to the point where you would die. They weren't intended for you to get out of alive, one way or the other. Whereas, like, his other bullshit was kind of just, like, instill fear on a person. So we got all those. What's the next? I think it's, like, called the choir. The choir. The choir. I'm tired. I'm really bad at fucking focusing when I'm tired. So I hope you guys don't mind if I ramble a lot, because that's gonna happen. I'm like a pro rambler at all times. So, yeah. I remember this note from watching multiple people play through this game when I was younger. And this, like, little thing. But I'm gonna open all these first. Another touchy. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle, but I can't talk either, so I also apologize for that, spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am one of the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I have seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, but while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. You know, you could just stop your whole insanity bullshit, and you'd be okay. Like, you'd probably be a good guy if you stopped trying to, like, you know, murder people every 2 seconds and kill puppies. Just gonna throw that out there, Alexander. Ware taunts me from the other side. I trust to him with my true reason for my efforts, and he insists on me releasing Agrippa. Wise. How an enlightened man can show such a lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. Boy! You are not a man, you are a boy. You are so conceited and self-centered. Oh, this man! I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is, and has been for centuries, my only link to the world beyond. You are a selfish prick. Ware claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part with him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Ware told me to feed him a tonic made of paralyzer vitae. We got the thing of blood. Phone! Can you stop? I don't care about Fortnite. Why is this game channel always alerting me to Fortnite? I will not play Fortnite. I do not like it. Ware told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and Tampter. What the fuck's Tampter? That's one thing I have no idea about. I know I need, like, a shroom and blood. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland of a large specimen. Yeah, I remember that from, like, when I was in high school and I watched people play this. The choir seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should be able to extract its contents with the proper tools, which I could be extracted from usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tamper, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word is hard. And these letters look wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling carni. The fuck? Whatever. I'm not even gonna bother. I will have to address Ware with this as he will supply me with a host. I also... A properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. Cool. I am fucking tired of your shit. So, we've got a bunch of shit. That's basically what I got right now. I've got a lot of shit. And I don't know. I don't know how to handle any of this. I'm dazed and confused, you could say. And my mic is being weird. Again, still don't know the settings on this motherfucker. Probably will never learn this shit. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how Father must feel about his craft. Being an artisan, relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate grants a certain form of pride. Somehow I'm able to read that, but I can't speak simple words. Let's just barge in. Fuck it. What do you want? Note.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
I'm assuming this is just a flashback.
Alexander, you must let me be.
Can I leave?
Nope.
Nope.
Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come.
Those are some pretty lines. I can't really tell because my vision's all wooga booga, but, you know. Here, let me touch you.
Please, I didn't do anything.
Are we 5?
Cut the lines, pick the man, cut the lines. Leave the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
Daniel went to kindergarten for a minute, like he turned 5. His greatest insult was to go, "Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh." You know, I don't know how to tell you this, but you hanging out with Alexander means that you are fucking going that shit.
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Oh look, Damascus rose petals! I did a thing. I don't know if it was good or not, but now I have a bucket. Bucket! Yeet! The fuck? Okay. I have a chisel. Yeah. I also have the hiccups. Let's see, what do we have going on in here?
Find a way.
Who the fuck am I helping, Daniel? You are not helping my situation. If anything, you're making me hello. How do I get? Thank you. I got it. Anyway. Yeah, that just happened. I have no idea what he's on about anymore. Like, his thoughts are almost as scattered as mine right now, only mine are rambling thoughts that somewhat have some sort of something to do with each other. And these next few videos are going to be me basically rambling a lot. Because I wanted to play Amnesia, but I'm tired. So, it's just fair warning if you actually made it to the end of this video. In the meantime, I do have to say I've got to end this video here because I'm past my time. But as you can see, I have stocked up on oil, tinder boxes, the whole 9 yards, because I don't want to deal with the shit. So, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and if you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, maybe share one of the videos with your friends. I mean, believe it or not, it does help small channels like mine grow. I mean, I'm a baby. But anyway, I hope to see y'all in the next episode. Till then, peace.